Today I'm going to break down the 10 most important things you should know before moving to Lakeshore, Maryland, including costs, neighborhoods, and local insights you won't find anywhere else. Don't forget to check out the full article I wrote to go along with this video on livinginmaryland.com. Let's start with one of the biggest questions everyone has before making a move. How much does it actually cost to live here? Well, when it comes to cost of living, Lakeshore, Maryland is moderately more expensive than the national average, especially when it comes to housing. The median home price in Lakeshore is currently hovering around $450,000, which is higher than the Maryland state average. But for many folks, that premium is worth it for the lifestyle, water access, and overall community vibe. Renting here isn't exactly cheap either. Expect to pay around $2,200 to $2,800 for a decent-sized rental home, particularly those close to the water or within family-friendly neighborhoods. That said, many who are buying a home in Lakeshore see the investment as worthwhile thanks to steady property values and that hard-to-beat Chesapeake Bay lifestyle. Now let's talk about things to do in Lakeshore. One of the reasons people love living in Lakeshore is the incredible access to water and nature. Boating, kayaking, and paddleboarding are everyday pastimes here. You're right on the Magothy River with close proximity to the Chesapeake Bay, which means waterside living is a big part of the culture. And when you're not on the water, you can enjoy everything from quaint local eateries to nearby shopping in Severna Park or Pasadena. Downtown Annapolis is just a short drive away, and Baltimore's Inner Harbor is less than 45 minutes if you're craving big city entertainment. On weekends, it's common to see families heading to local marinas, friends gathering at waterfront restaurants, or people spending a quiet afternoon on the beach at Downs Park. Speaking of the outdoors, the parks in and around Lakeshore, Maryland are a huge reason people are drawn to the area. Downs Memorial Park is hands down one of the most popular local spots. It has a beautiful waterfront walking trail, dog beach, picnic pavilions, and even a little amphitheater where they host summer concerts. Then there's Kinder Farm Park just a bit inland, which offers farm animals, nature trails, and seasonal events that kids absolutely love. Lake Waterford Park is another gem, especially for families with younger children, with fishing areas, walking paths, and sports courts. It's an easy go-to for a relaxing day outside. If you're moving to Lakeshore, Maryland and love spending time outdoors, you'll find the parks here to be more than just green space. They're part of your lifestyle. Now let's talk food, because if you're moving to Lakeshore, Maryland, you've got to know where the locals eat. Being so close to the water, seafood is a way of life here. You absolutely have to try Broken Oar Bar and Grill. It's a go-to for residents who want casual vibes, live music, and gorgeous views of the water. Their crab cakes and steamed shrimp are local favorites. Then there's the Rumor Reel, another waterfront staple known for its outdoor seating and fresh seafood. On a sunny day, there's no better place to kick back with a cold drink and some oysters on the half shell. For more casual meals, check out Bella Napoli for solid Italian dishes and pizza that locals rave about. And if you're into breakfast or a classic American diner feel, Adam's Tap House and Grill in nearby Severna Park hits the spot. Don't sleep on the hidden gems either. Small family-owned spots dot the area, and asking a local where they go for crab soup or rockfish will usually lead you to your next favorite restaurant. Whether you're out for a date night or just grabbing takeout after work, living in Lakeshore means you're never far from a great meal. When it comes to education, the Lakeshore area is served by Anne Arundel County Public Schools, which offers several well-regarded options. Chesapeake High School and Chesapeake Bay Middle are the main public schools in the area, and both have solid reputations, particularly for their music and STEM programs. Families looking for elementary education often lean toward Lakeshore Elementary or Bodkin Elementary, both known for strong parent involvement and a community feel. For private school options, you've got a few choices within a short drive. Indian Creek School and Archbishop Spalding are both popular for their academics and extracurriculars. What stands out to many parents when buying a home in Lakeshore is the sense of involvement and community around the schools. You'll find PTOs that are active, sports leagues tied to the school calendar, and a lot of support for school events. And with easy access to educational resources in both Baltimore and Annapolis, it's not hard to find tutoring centers, enrichment programs, or even dual enrollment college opportunities for motivated students. Now let's get into the neighborhoods, because this is where things get exciting. Lakeshore isn't one size fits all. It offers a surprising range of communities depending on your lifestyle. For those who want waterfront living, communities like Chelsea Beach, Sillery Bay, and Pinehurst on the Magothy are highly desirable. Expect beautiful views, private piers, and homes that range from $600,000 up to well over $1 million. If you're more budget conscious but still want access to water, check out neighborhoods like Lakeshore Landing or Boulevard Park. These areas offer well-kept homes with generous yards in the $400,000 to $550,000 range. Families love communities like Bayside Beach and Stony Beach for their kid-friendly streets and neighborhood gatherings. Many of these places offer HOA-maintained common areas, community docks, or even small beaches and boat ramps. You'll find everything from mid-century split levels to newer colonial-style homes. And for renters or first-time buyers, there are a handful of townhome communities tucked away just off Route 100 that offer lower maintenance living. Now let's talk about the job scene. Living in Lakeshore, Maryland offers a lot of flexibility when it comes to employment. Many residents commute to nearby cities like Baltimore, Annapolis, or even Washington, D.C., all of which are reachable within an hour or less depending on traffic. Government jobs, defense contracting, and tech roles are common, especially with Fort Meade and the NSA headquarters about 30-40 minutes away. Anne Arundel Medical Center is also a major employer in the region, and you'll find a mix of healthcare, education, and service industry jobs locally. For those in the trades or who work remotely, Lakeshore is ideal thanks to its peaceful vibe and strong internet infrastructure. A growing number of residents are either telecommuters or small business owners who enjoy working from home while still having quick access to urban centers. Job growth in the area has been steady, and with new development happening along Maryland Route 2 and Route 100, employment opportunities are gradually expanding right in the region. Let's take a look at the weather, because if you're moving to Lakeshore, Maryland, you'll want to know what to expect year-round. The climate here is considered humid subtropical, which basically means you get 4 true seasons. Summers are warm and humid with highs in the upper 80s and plenty of sunshine. It's perfect weather for boating, fishing, or hitting the beach at Downs Park. Spring and fall are absolutely beautiful. Think blooming trees, crisp mornings, and colorful leaves by October. Winters here are pretty mild compared to northern Maryland or the western part of the state. You'll get occasional snow, maybe a few inches at a time, but it rarely piles up like it does in more inland areas. The biggest weather-related thing to be aware of when living in Lakeshore is the occasional coastal storm or nor'easter. Flooding can sometimes impact low-lying areas near the water, so if you're buying a home in Lakeshore near the river or bay, definitely check if flood insurance is required. Most waterfront homeowners are already prepared with elevated homes or reinforced docks. Overall, though, it's a comfortable climate with lots of opportunities to enjoy the outdoors nearly year-round. Let's talk commuting. One of the reasons people love living in Lakeshore, Maryland is that it's surprisingly well positioned for commuting despite its peaceful, tucked-away vibe. Most people rely on personal vehicles, and the average commute time is about 30 to 45 minutes depending on where you're headed. Route 100, Route 2, and I-97 are your main arteries into Annapolis, Baltimore, and even DC. During rush hour, you can hit some traffic, especially near interchanges, but it's manageable compared to larger metro areas. Public transportation is limited directly in Lakeshore, but nearby areas like Glen Burnie or Pasadena have access to MTA bus lines and MARC train connections if you're commuting to DC or Baltimore regularly. Some folks also use park and ride lots to link up with public transport. If you work from home or have a hybrid schedule, you'll really appreciate the quiet setting without giving up access to major job hubs. Now let's finish up with one of the most important aspects of any move. What kind of housing is actually available here? The variety in Lakeshore is one of its biggest draws. You'll find everything from waterfront estates with private piers to cozy mid-century ranchers tucked into wooded lots. Townhomes and condos are more limited in this area, but they do exist, especially closer to Pasadena and Severna Park. Most of Lakeshore is made up of single-family homes, which is great for buyers looking for space, yards, and a strong community feel. There are some newer construction homes popping up in planned communities, but much of the area's charm comes from established neighborhoods with mature trees, wide streets, and homes built between the 1970s and early 2000s. If you're buying a home in Lakeshore, Maryland, and hoping to find something with a little land, maybe a garage, and still be near the water, you're in luck. It's not uncommon to find homes with half-acre lots or larger, which is rare in many parts of the state. For renters, the selection is more limited, but there are still opportunities, especially in duplexes, private rentals, and a few small apartment complexes. Whether you're a retiree looking to downsize near the water or a young family wanting room to grow, Lakeshore offers a surprising mix of options, all set against a backdrop of nature, community pride, and a true coastal Maryland lifestyle. Don't forget to check out the full article I wrote for this area with additional links and resources on livinginmaryland.com, along with articles for every city in the state of Maryland. Our mission is to help you find the best Maryland city that meets your unique needs. If you would like to talk with one of our local real estate experts, head over to livinginmaryland.com to get started.